Hello friends, welcome to Prashant IAS. As I have promised you, today I am here with our first lecture on political science. Friends, before studying any subject or before studying any discipline, it is our duty to understand that what is the meaning of that subject. It is our duty to understand what is the meaning of the discipline. So, here we are going to study political science. So, first of all, we should try to understand what is the meaning of political science. What is the meaning of the word political? What is the meaning of the word science? Why this discipline is called as political science? Many a times, students ask a question that, sir, this subject is studied by the students of arts. Then why this subject is called as science? Then why science is used as a suffix of this subject? Then why this subject is called as political science? So friends, in this lecture, I will explain you that what is the meaning of political science and why this discipline is called as science. Friends, political science is made up of two words, political plus science. So first of all, I will explain you what is the meaning of word political. Word political is derived from Greek word polis. Okay, so the word political is derived from Greek word polis. And what is the meaning of word polis? The meaning of word polis is city-state. Okay, the meaning of word polis is city-state. Friends, here our main focus is state. Okay, city-state is just a type of state. There are many types of state, for example, city-state, nation-state, and so on. Later on, when I will teach you the types of state, then I will teach you about city-state. So, here our main focus is what? State. So, political means what? State. Political means something related to state. So, political is equal to state. So, friends, I hope that now you are clear that political means state. Now, we should try to understand what is the meaning of state, because we know political means state, but we don't know what is state. So, now I will explain you what is state. Friends, first of all, I will give you an idea of state and then I will give you the more deeper meaning of state. Friends, for example, India is a state, USA is a state, France is a state. So friends, in the language of political science, India is a state, France is a state, USA is a state, Germany is a state, United Kingdom is a state. Okay, so then you will ask, sir, if India is a state, then what is Madhya Pradesh? What is Uttar Pradesh? What is Jharkhand? What is Bihar? What is Kerala? So friends, in the language of political science, Madhya Pradesh, Uttar Pradesh and all these are the provinces. Okay, so India is a state and MP, UP, Bihar, Kerala, Jharkhand, they all are the provinces of India. Okay friends. Friends, if we want to define what is state, okay, so a state is defined in terms of its four elements. Okay, now I will give you a more deep meaning of state, that what is state. So friends, a state is defined by its four elements. And what are those four elements? These four elements of a state are its territory, population, government and sovereignty. Okay, so if you want to define a state, then how will you define the state? You will define a state with the help of its four elements: territory, population, government and sovereignty. So friends, now I will explain you one by one that what is territory, what is population, what is government and what is sovereignty. So what is territory? Friends, territory means the land area or the area occupied by the state. For example, what is the territory of India? The territory of India is the mainland of India and islands of India and so on. So what constitutes the mainland of India? For example, the state of Madhya Pradesh means the province of Madhya Pradesh comes in the mainland India. Uttar Pradesh comes in the mainland India. Kerala comes in the mainland India. The city of Delhi comes in mainland India. The city of Vishakhapatnam comes in mainland India. And beside this mainland, there are islands also. So Lakshadweep and Andaman and Nicobar group of islands is also the part of Indian territory. Okay. So what is territory? Territory is the geographical area occupied by the state. Okay. So here you can see the map of India, and in the blue color the territory of India is depicted. Okay friends. Now I will tell you about the population of a state. So what is the population of a state? So friends, population means the people living in the territory of the state. I defined what is territory. Territory means the boundary of the state. So the entire area inside the boundary of the state is its territory. Okay, and what is population? Population means the people living in the territory of the state. Okay, so many a times you all must have listened to PM Modi. He talks about 130 crore Indians. So what is this 130 crore Indians? This is the population of India. So all the people living inside the territory of a state is called its population. So population is another very important element of a state. Now friends, I will explain you about the third element of state. The third element of the state is government. Now friends, you please pay attention here because this element is little bit technical. Okay, so I will explain it to you very slowly. Okay, and I will try to explain it to you in a detailed manner. So what is government? So friends, first of all, to know what is government, we have to know what is state. So the another definition of state can be state is an abstract idea. Okay, state is an abstract idea. So what is the meaning that state is an abstract idea? So has any one of you seen state in your life? No. So has anyone seen state in his life? No, nobody has seen state in his life. Why? Because state is an idea. And what is the concrete manifestation of state? Government is the concrete manifestation of state. Okay friends, so what is state? State is an abstract idea and the concrete manifestation of state is government. To make it more simple, I will take example from Indian philosophy. In Indian philosophy, there is a concept of soul, that is Atma. So what is soul? Soul is an abstract idea. Has anybody seen soul? No, nobody has seen soul. But what is the concrete manifestation of soul? The concrete manifestation of soul is the human body. In the similar way, state is an abstract idea. State is an idea. Nobody has seen state. But the concrete manifestation of the state is government. You can see government. If you want to see government, you can see at the Prime Minister of India. You can see, if you want to see government, you will see at the Home Minister of India. You will see at the Army of India. You will see at police. You will see at Supreme Court. For you, who is government? Supreme Court is government, Parliament is government, Council of Minister is government. So you can see the government. So because government is an concrete manifestation, government is the embodiment of state. Are you clear? So friends, this is one of the definition of government. Now I will give you more deep meaning of government. Government is the instrumentality of the state. So what does it mean when I say that government is the instrumentality of the state? It means that state performs its all functions through government. For example, we know that Atma, that is soul, performs its all functions through the human body. Okay. So the ultimate aim, goal of Atma is to achieve the Parbrahma or Paramatma. So Atma or soul performs its all functions through the human body, because human body is the instrumentality of the state. It is an instrument, it is means of the soul. In the similar way, government is the instrumentality of the state. Government is an instrument in the hand of state. Okay, so state performs its all tasks with the help of government. Now the question is, what are the functions of state? So friends, the function, the very basic function or the main function of the state is governance. Okay, what is the function of state? The function of state is governance. Now, what is governance? Governance means maintenance of law and order. Okay, making of public policy. Okay, government make laws. What is this? This is governance. Doing welfare works. Government do a lot of welfare work. Okay, what is this? This is governance. So governance means maintenance of law and order, making of public policy, doing welfare work, and so on. Okay, so this is governance. So this work is done by the government. Okay, friend. So now I think you must be clear that what is government. Now I will explain you what is sovereignty. This topic is even more important than the topic of government. So friends, what is sovereignty? So friends, sovereignty means the supreme authority. Okay, so what is supreme authority? So what is supreme authority? So if I say that state is the supreme authority, so it means that state is sovereign, because sovereignty means supreme authority. And if I say that state is sovereign, it means that state is supreme authority. It means that no authority is higher than the state in the territory of the state. Okay. Now, as we know that government is the instrumentality of the state. Okay, so I will use the word state and government interchangeably. For example, we can use the word body and soul interchangeably. Okay, similarly, I will use the word state and government interchangeably, because the state is reflected in the government. Okay, friends. So if I am saying that state is sovereign, it means that state is the supreme authority. It means no authority is higher than the state in the territory. Okay, now what does it mean? It means that state is independent in its decision making internally as well as externally. What? State is independent in its decision making internally as well as externally. Okay, so what is the meaning of independence in external decision making? So for example, here there is a map of USA, and we all know that USA is a superpower, but then also USA cannot direct the government of India, or USA cannot force the government of India to take some decision. Okay, it means that USA, even after being a superpower, cannot influence the decision making of the government of India. It means that government of India is sovereign. Government of India is supreme in its territory. Okay. Now I will explain you what is the meaning of internal sovereignty. To explain you the meaning of internal sovereignty, I would like to tell you a very interesting story. Okay. So friends, what happened that in medieval times in Europe, there was a principle of two swords. Now, what is the principle of two swords? The principle of two swords was that there were two sovereigns. There were two law making authorities in Europe at that point of time. The one was church and the other was the king. Okay, so king was making his law and the church was making his law. Okay, so now people were confused that whose law to follow. If people would follow the law of king, then church will punish them, and if people would follow the law of church, then king would punish them. Okay, so people were super confused that whose law to follow, and this resulted into anarchy because nobody was following law, because they were confused that whose law to follow. It means, and the entire state was converted into the state of war or the state of anarchy, that is jungle raj, what we call in Hindi. So the entire state was converted into jungle raj. So friends, it is very essential that there should be one sovereign. Okay, there should be one sovereign. Church means religion, and religion was interfering in the affairs of the state, that is government. Okay, religion was making its own law and state was making its own law, and due to which the people got confused and the entire state got converted into anarchy. So it is very essential that state should be independent of religion. Okay, so the meaning of internal sovereignty is that religion cannot interfere in the affairs of state. State is independent of religion in its decision making. Friends, the meaning of internal sovereignty is much broader, but here I am explaining you the meaning of internal sovereignty so that you can clearly get an idea and broad idea about what is sovereignty. Okay, so the one meaning of internal sovereignty is that state is independent in its decision making from religion. Okay, religion cannot interfere in the decision making of the state. For example, India is a Hindu majority state. Hindus are in majority in India, but Hindu religion cannot interfere in the decision making of government of India. Government of India is totally independent in its decision making. Okay, whenever any decision is taken by government of India, it is not taken by keeping in mind the sentiment of Hinduism, but it is taken on the basis of the objective value of the decision. Okay, so it means that government of India is internally sovereign. Are you getting my point? Now friends, I will tell you a more deep meaning of sovereignty. Friends, as I have told you that government is the instrumentality of the state. Okay, so it means that state performs it all functions by government. And what is the function of government? Governance. And one of the very important function of the government is lawmaking. Lawmaking is very important for any country or for any state, because if there is no law, then people will do whatever come in their mind, and in this way the entire state will turn into anarchy. Okay, so law making is very important to maintain law and order and peace in the society. Okay, so friends, who makes law? We know that government makes law. In India, parliament makes law. Friends, one of the very important meanings of sovereignty is that whose law will prevail. Okay, whose law will prevail. So I have just given you the example of the principle of two sorts, means the conditions prevailing in the Europe in the medieval times. Okay, so what was happening? That state was making its own law and church was making its own law, and people were super confused that whose law to follow. Okay, so sovereignty means whose law will prevail. If the state's law will prevail, then we will call that state is sovereign. Okay, so it is very important that there should be one sovereign in one state. Why? Because if there are two sovereigns, for example, there were two sovereigns in medieval Europe, that is church and state. So people got confused and the entire state converted into anarchy. So the basic principle is that sovereign can only be one. Okay, and who should be sovereign? The state should be sovereign. Church should not be sovereign. Okay, so sovereignty means whose law will prevail. Okay, for example, in India we know that state is sovereign, so state's law always prevails. So I will give you the example of Sabrimala case. So friends, what happened in Sabrimala case, that the temple authority did not allow the women, temple authorities were not allowing the women to enter into the premises of the temple. Okay, but Supreme Court ordered that women should get entry in the premises of the temple. Okay, and whose decision prevailed? The decision of Supreme Court prevailed, and women got entry in the premises of the temple. Why? Because Supreme Court is state. Supreme Court is a part of a state, and so the decision of Supreme Court will prevail. The law of Supreme Court will prevail. So this is the meaning of sovereignty. Friends, now I think that you all must be clear with the meaning of state, that what is state. Okay, so we started our discussion with political. So what is the meaning of the word political? The meaning of the word political is state, and now you all are clear with the meaning of the word state, that what is state. Friends, now I will explain you what is science and why this discipline is called as political science. So friends, in order to know that why this discipline is called as science, first of all we have to know that what is the meaning of the word science. So friends, science is a method of systematic study. Whenever someone takes the name of science, a picture comes to the mind of people, that physics, chemistry, biology. But friends, physics, chemistry, biology, they all are natural sciences. They are all are natural sciences. But the meaning of the word science is much broader. This is a very wrong perception of people, that only physics, chemistry and biology are sciences. They are only natural sciences. The meaning of the word science is much broader. The meaning of the word science is a method of study. Science is a method of systematic study. So now I will explain you it with the help of an example, so that you can understand it very easily and very clearly. Friends, so what is that systematic study? So what is science? Science is a method of systematic study. So what is that systematic study? So that systematic study is observation, hypothesis, data collection, analysis, hypothesis testing, whether the hypothesis is accepted or rejected, and finally conclusion, and after that formulation of theory. Okay, so I will explain you the entire scientific process with the help of an example. So friends, what happened one day, that there was a man named Rahul. He saw some crows, and these crows were black in color. Okay, so there was a man named Rahul. He saw some crows, and those crows were black in color. So Rahul thought that all crows are black in color. So Rahul made a hypothesis that all crows are black in color. What is hypothesis? Hypothesis is a raw theory, means it is a theory which is not proved till yet. Okay, so what is the hypothesis of Rahul? The hypothesis of Rahul is that all crows are black in color. Okay friends, so Rahul has made his hypothesis. Now Rahul has to prove his theory. And in order to prove his theory, what he will do? He will do data collection. He will collect data. So what Rahul will do? Rahul will visit many places, and he will watch crows, that what is the color of crow. So for example, Rahul will visit Delhi, Rahul will visit Patna, Rahul will visit Mumbai, Rahul will visit Visakhapatnam. Okay, so he will visit many places and he will collect data. After, and now he has data, then what he will do with this data? Then he will organize his data, that this is the data of Delhi and all the crows were black in color in Delhi. This is the data of Visakhapatnam, all the crows were black in color in Visakhapatnam. Okay, after having organized this data, what he will do? Then he will do analysis. Then he will analyze his data. And what he will analyze? That all crows are black in color. Okay, he will analyze that I have observed always that all the crows are black in color. Okay, he will analyze that I went to many places and everywhere the color of the crow was black. Okay, so what is his analysis? His analysis is all crows are black in color. Now, next step is hypothesis testing. Now he will test his hypothesis, that whether his hypothesis is correct or not. So what he will do? Then he will visit more places. He will go to foreign. He will go to London. He will go to America. He will go to Switzerland. He will go to Japan. And there he will watch crows. Okay. And what he will find? We know that he will find that all crows are black in color. And what else he can do? He will confirm it with other people. He will ask people that, sir, have you seen the crow of any other color other than black? And what people will say? People will say ki, sir, crow is obviously black in color. Okay, so he will confirm his hypothesis with other people. He will ask many people that, have you seen the crow of any other color? Okay, so finally he will see that his hypothesis is accepted or rejected. So after doing all this exercise, he will reach to the conclusion that yes, my hypothesis is correct. It is accepted because I visited many places and everywhere I found that all the crows are black in color. I asked many people and all of them said that we have only seen black crows. So then he will jump to the conclusion that all crows are black in color. So this is a scientific method. So scientific method is not like religious method. For example, if we will compare scientific method and religious method, then what we will find? What happens in religious method? What happens in religious method? In religious method, a guru will come. He will teach you something, and you are not allowed to question the authority of that story. You are not allowed to question the authority of that story or the validity of that story. Okay, what you are supposed to do? Okay, you are supposed to do that. It is your duty to follow whatever your guru have said. This is a method of religious teaching, that guru will tell you some story and you have to accept that story. Okay, you have no authority to question the validity of that story. But in scientific method, first of all, you will observe the things, then you will form hypothesis, then you will collect the data, then you will analyze the things. Okay, then you will test your hypothesis, then you will see that whether your hypothesis is accepted or rejected, and then you will jump to conclusion. Okay, so this is a scientific method. It is a very systematic method. Okay, it is not based on myths. It is not based on stories. It is based on fact. Okay, so friends, when political science means when politics is studied by the systematic method, when politics is studied by the scientific method, then it is called as political science. Friends, till now I have told you what is the meaning of the word political, what is the meaning of the word science. Now I will tell you why this subject is called as political science. Okay, so now I will tell you why this subject is called as political science. Friends, American scholars, means American political scholars, used to use the scientific method in political research. Okay, so there were American scholars and they used to use scientific method. Scientific method means the method which I have told you. They used to use scientific method in their political research. Okay, and then what happened? The use of scientific method was promoted by American Political Science Association. Okay. So the use of scientific method was promoted a lot by American Political Science Association. And due to the efforts of this body, American Political Science Association, we started calling it as political science. And where science means what? Systematic study. Okay, so this is the reason that due to the efforts of American Political Science Association, we started calling this discipline as political science. Friends, so now we can say that political science means study of state. What is political science? Political science means study of state. So friends, now the question arises, why we have to study political science? We are preparing for UPSC. Why the political science is included in the syllabus of UPSC? So friends, after becoming IAS officer, you all are going to join the state. What is an IAS officer? What is Indian Administrative Service? Who is an IPS officer? What is an Indian Police Service? Okay, so they all constitute the bureaucracy of the government. Okay, so after becoming an IAS officer, or after becoming an IPS officer, or after becoming an IFS officer, you all are going to join the state. You all are going to join the government. You all will help in the governance of the state. Okay, so friends, as you all are going to join the state, so it is a common sense that you should have a very good knowledge about the state, and political science is the study of state. So you all should study political science. Okay, now friends, I have told you that state is an abstract idea. You can't see state. Okay, so what is the concrete manifestation of state? Government is the concrete manifestation of state. But friends, if you want to know about the Indian state, if you want to gather information about the Indian state, if you want to know how the government is constituted, if you want to know what is the nature of Indian state, if you want to know what is the basic nature of Indian state, if you want to know how the what are the duties of government, okay, so in shorts, if you want to know about the state of India, if you want to know about the Indian state, then where will you go? Then where will you see? Then you have to read a document called the Constitution of India. So what is Constitution? Constitution is a detailed information about the state. Actually, the Indian state is reflected in the Constitution of India. If you want to know about Indian state, if you want to know about the nature of Indian state, then you have to read the Constitution of India. Because the nature of Indian state, how the government will be constituted, what are the fundamental rights of the citizens of India, what are the fundamental duties of the citizens of India, or in shorts, what is Indian state, or how is Indian state, or what is the nature of Indian state. This all information is given in the Constitution of India. So if you want to know about any state, then you must read the Constitution of the state. Okay, so what is Constitution? So Constitution is the reflection of the state. If you want to know about any state, then you have to see the Constitution of that state. Now friends, our main focus, as we are going to join, as you all will join the Indian state, so it is your duty to know about Indian state. What is the nature of Indian state? So to know about Indian state, you all will have to study about the Constitution of India. And friends, this is the main syllabus of UPSC exam. So friends, now we will study about the Constitution of India in a very detailed manner. So friends, from our next class, we will continue with Indian Constitution. From our next class, we will continue our study with the Constitution of India. Friends, I hope that you all must have liked the lecture. So I request you all to like the video, share my channel, to like my video, share my video, subscribe to my channel, press the bell icon and share this video to all the people you know who are preparing for UPSC, because they will get a lot of benefit out of this course, because I promised you all that I will focus on the basic concepts a lot. So friends, till then, take care of yourself. Thank you.